what do you call this? Nighttime. There's a storky. Just went under. That's storky there. This is his area. That's the big one. The big males. That's storky. I've got some coffee going. Tectonics over there. Alright then. Went and picked up some total wildlife I lead now. Got some takeaway from Suki. Yeah. Unfortunately, we've got the time here. Nearly 8. There we go. Unfortunately, they put this computerized system in there, as they do. I used to just walk in there, and I never even had to say a word. The girls that worked in there, they knew exactly what I would order. It wouldn't matter if I hadn't been in there for months or whatever. Now, this computerized bullshit system, fair enough, they've got the master language, Zig English. They've got the Guggy Goo Goo Bubba Boo Boo Could Be Possibly Baby language or whatever. And they've got some kind of silly looking lines and a couple of circles. I think that's Kangaku. That's Korean, I think. And they've got the Chugoku, which is sort of similar to the Guggy Goo Goo, because they can communicate with each other in picture speak. You can't say that! Swimmy. Anyways, now the weather's fantastic again. The tunny fella, he actually watched my video from yesterday. He's always watching my channel, and he's been pulling mornings. Taniguchi-san, あとは朝の時はそこに仕事しますね。You're in there in the mornings. 僕は夜の時ね。夜の時いい天気。In the evenings, it's great weather. 朝の時 in the morning, not so good. ちょっとまあ天気ね。Anyways, gonna get some more packing done. It's Saturday night, see? Look at me. I'm out on the town. So, got some extra coffee there. I don't know what that computerized bullshit. I went to order my usual thing and I pressed the wrong button. I didn't know what to do. Ended up paying $10. And I was expecting to pay max $7. Yeah. This sort of thing means a lot to me. Bloody computer. I'm not an advocate for digitalizing existence, our lives. No, it's shit. I am an advocate for the old ways and the new. Alright? So you can interchange. You can do that. Yeah. It's like with the Australian, what do you call them, the authoritarians, our dear leaders. For the tax thing, I was able to get some papery thingamajiggy and actually write it down, old school style. So that was good. But here, I went and did it here also. And I think you're only supposed to put in one, or you're not, or you should, or this and that. Nobody actually really knows. Now, if you're earning just nickels and dimes, I don't think it's really going to matter too much. I mean, what's my blood worth? Well, it is the Camino Colchi. So, there is that. But it's no good to anyone else. Anyways, old school, new school, to have both. Because here they do all the computerized bullshit now, and to the degree that they don't even do all the computerized bullshit and then print out a page for you and go, there you go. Gepu, classy. And you can just take that to the other authoritarians, right, when you're sorting out your visa and all that bullshit, because you got to compile all this bullshit and sort of be afraid of authority. Obviously, it's been like that for a while now. I think they learnt from the frickin' Romans, and the Romans learnt from the frickin' whoever's, and they don't forget. anyways, all this talk from that. But yeah, and then all they do is they give you some computerized bullshit. And I said, well, how the hell am I going to show that? And they said, oh, just show them your phone. I'm thinking, well, what if you don't have your phone? Right? You know, you're like married to these phones. Yeah. In fact, I've got 2 of them. One for this land, this unit. Exie still pays for this, the bill. Yeah. One of these days, I swear, I'm going to like tell her, you know what? It's been 20 years since we've been divorced and you pay for my phone bill. I'm gonna get another phone and start paying my own phone bill. That's gonna happen in the not too distant future. Yeah, it's true. She's a zillionaire anyways, it's okay. I think they might be glad that I'm getting back up on my feet. Hey, when the filth ruined the world and tried to exterminate. Exterminate. Hey, white boy summer there. Exterminate. But hey, I'm still standing. Yeah. So there you go. I think you can say political things now, because they're a bit too busy. Yeah. Anyways, the weather is absolutely wonderful right now. Yep, Saturday night. I did put up the message there of you better hurry up and buy my stuff because I'm going to stop the thingy-majiggy. Oh, yeah, the computerized bullshit they sent me, and they said, well, how am I going to do that? And they said, just show your phone. I said, well, can't you just give me something? And they sent me one of those thingy-majiggies in the email, and then I was able to open that, and then I was able to print that out for this physical paperwork. So there's that story. The play boss. There's one up there, and there's one there too. So yeah, as you might be able to tell, I'm juiced up on lots of coffee. Yeah. I didn't have any of those over the past few days. I swear I must have spent hundreds of bucks. Shit, if Exie finds out I spent hundreds of bucks on zero beer over the last couple of months. And I was like, you know, I don't know if this is even doing me any good. So it kind of tastes alright, but so I haven't been drinking that. So I've been gulping down coffee. So that's true. Been gulping down loads of coffee. I generally make it myself, but I bought a few at the supermarket. No one cares. Well, I'm getting to something, aren't I? So the old sober start bloke, this English bloke, if you haven't seen his YouTube channel, oh, freaking fruit tingles. I mean, we haven't seen him for 5 days, but I think he says he doesn't delete people's comments, but I reckon he does. I would write stuff just like sober up, okay, and stuff like that, because he stormed on here on the YouTubey web into zones, and he's like, right, no more bloody drinking, alright, that's it. There's another plane up there, the play boss plane. There's one there, one there, and one over there. See, the frickin', it's like, go to a different country. Anyways, now, this is my basho. Anyways, I might get bashed for saying that. Oi, is that what you think, man? Stomping on me. Oi, take it easy. Anyways, and then they change feet. Oh, I'm getting a bit tired and stomping on my face. Anyways, and I apparently went off to AA or something similar. This, what do they call it there? Is that another plane up there? I think it is. It's not a satellite. Pick another one. Yeah, it's very high. And so this bloke, he goes off to something called Star, I think it is, and some mob, sort of like AA, and they say, hey, you can ease off on the drink or whatever, and they call him up and all this sort of stuff, and he's like, right, I'm gonna go to the doctors, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and But I think people have sort of woken up to the fact that the guy's just looking at the goodwill people who go, "You go, girl," you know, and like the hungry fat chick, the supporters, shall we say, "Hey, you go, girl, yeah, 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 it's your life, do what you want," and kind of thinking that, hey, all these goodwill people gonna give him dough when he puts up his, you know, I've got the old Ko-Fi buy me a freaking coffee things on the steering wheel there. That didn't do shit. Anyway, feed my addiction of just talking stupid shit. Anyways, well, you're listening, aren't you? Anyways, because I'm the great philosopher of the East or whatever. And what do we call that? The philosopher of the East or whatever. Anyways, some bloke used to call me. And so he's probably just figuring, all right, if I can get he's getting all these donations, likely, and he's saying to people, oh, you know, I'm not drinking, and he'll disappear for 5 days. Come back on and he's all red-faced and he's all shattered and shaken. I mean, that ain't funny, you know. It's not funny because it's shit and it's dangerous and it's a scary world, it's true. But there's so much support, right, from all these people going, yeah, man, you know, you've got this and blah, blah. And he's let so many people down. Oh, man, you know. So hopefully he'll, yeah, it's kind of, if he's taken a few steps towards the necessary steps in order to improve his life, that's at least a step right there, you know. So I and many others wish him well, but I don't know, man. I don't see that this bloke's as serious as he should be. My plan was to have a little bar with a pool table. I could do that. Wouldn't, you know, I could, in short, there's another plane up there, just above the, it's flying day. You know, I sort of had plans years back, like, oh yeah, wouldn't it be great to run my own little bar and have a pool table and you know, I've got the capabilities of figuring out how to sort of make that happen. All right, but when I was all in the pain zone, I was like, fuck, fruit tingle, I better drop some painkillers and some booze. And I was like, I couldn't believe within a couple of hours I'm throwing up. I'm in the bathroom throwing up, and it was only a small amount. I'm like, I don't think this is even possible. You know, there was a time when I'd be on the drink for weeks at a time, or every day, I'd get up in the morning, but just booze on, and it'd just go on for weeks. Scary world, indeed. The trepidation of just the collapse of existence. Pretty freaking scary, especially when the pressure was really on, when the world went to shit, and my life became vulnerable, you know. I was trapped in Asia with next to zero parachutes. Not good. I know of some blokes that didn't make it. Yeah. Anyways. Here's to them. Yeah. Anyways, I was like, man, that idea of, you know, wouldn't it be fun shooting pool and drinking booze and yeehaw and having a little bar and all that sort of stuff. I'm thinking, I physically can't do that anymore. I just can't go yeehaw anymore. Isn't that odd? You know? It's not like there's something like the wheel fell off me or something. I'm just like, man, this just ain't going down like it used to. Yeah, so there you go. So I figured, I've got got all these bugs landing on me. I figured on a day-to-day basis, every day, you go, oh yeah, let's have a freaking drink, and then other people roll in the door, yeah, let's have a drink with them too, and before you know it, every day you're on the slosh again, and but that would be far more advanced wildness. Well, it could lead to that really quick, right? Or you can bore your ass off and treat it as a business, which is not what my plan was. It was fun hobby. It wouldn't even open up every day. Just maybe a Saturday night once a month or something. But just looking at it either as a business, a serious business, something to make money, then you're not boozing on all the time. But then you gotta be bored off your ass dealing with a bunch of drunks. Right, there's that. Or you can be the drunk and go woohoo and have a bloody great time, but then your health would deteriorate. I mean, I'm not 20 anymore. Sounds like it, but I'm not. Bloody stupid time. Fly around the earth a few times really fast to turn a few things back, unfuck a lot of shit. That's what I should do. Unfuck a lot of shit. That sounds so thoroughly untoward. Maybe I should start an OnlyFans. Yeah, that's what I could do. Decadence is the way. Yeah! Alright, now! Time for a cool change. Time for a cool change. I remembered it because memory's my thing. The Great Sage of the East. Shall I even put something up with the monkey magic thingy-majiggy? Yesterday, on the... There we go. Now, this jig I made up here. Hello? Who's there? Unfortunately, I've only got like... don't know the condition of that one, but I've only got like 2 definites that are good. That, maybe that one. I had a whole stack of these ones. There was this bloke, that one might be alright. There was this bloke that had a business and importing something, I don't know what it was, and he'd have all these boxes stacked out in this area, and I asked him when I was walking around having a beer size, I said, oh, what are you doing with those boxes? And he says, oh, someone comes and picks them all up. And I said, oh, I send things every now and again, I wouldn't mind. He said, yeah, just grab whatever. So I grabbed a stack. And over the years, I've managed to deplete. Because English. So, yeah, I made that jig up specifically for it. There's certain sizes and weights and measureries and all those kind of, science. No one cares about this story. It's a documentation of iron. So, I'm going to have to come up with a system for all these other ones. Bloody like $4 a pop nowadays for boxes. Luckily I know some other joint that's free. That's good. Yeah, but that bloke, his business, I don't know whether they moved somewhere else to a bigger establishment or whatever. He had a whole bunch of people working for him. And, yeah, I should have kept in contact. Why didn't I? Because I'm stupid, that's why. See? Stupid is as stupid does. Yeah, that's right. Okay, now, but this will suffice for now. Alright, we're getting there. Am I dawdling again? Seems like that. Let's see if I can practice some extra dawdle. Oh, it's still pretty warm in here. Now, we're getting there. Alright, now, Saturday night. Get a bunch of that stuff done. Get ready for Monday. Get a few things out there for some customers, some old customer means customer. And yeah, and get that done, get them underway, and then we're pretty much where we need to be. Yes. How's that? Alright, soldier on. If only I had one of those internet-y thingamajiggies when you edit videos and you can stick up, you know, when they stick up all that math problems. You know, I'm thinking, what, you know, science. If I was intelligent enough to measure this box, or intelligent enough to measure this jig, and then maybe it would work out if I bought boxes, if I could find them, if they had matching size ones of these. Science, see? That's freaking science right there. Ha! Bit of key eye on that one, and we are freaking underway. God damn, I was just laughing again about that freaking the bloke. Check it out, called Sober Start. It's funny, but it's not. You know what I mean? Those times when you know what I mean? And you know those times, you know what I mean? Yeah, mate. I know what you mean. What do you mean? You know what I mean? You know, it's one of those times when you sort of, you shouldn't be laughing, but shit, it's funny. But you shouldn't be laughing. You know, it's this bloke, you know, and he comes on, his face is all red, and the denial is strong in this one. He's like, my face is all red, but it's not due to the booze, it's due to not drinking for a couple of days. The denial is strong in this one. So it's oh, it's a fucking hell. It's got nothing to do with it. And he'll like, oh shit, that's right, that fits. Let's see what we got here. You go there. You will go in there at some stage. We had better not do that. And like, I think I don't know if the bloke banned me, but I know he deleted a bunch of comments, or at least he said that YouTube did it. This bloke, the lies. You know, it's like, God. I doubt that bloke had to, under duress, be a liar all of his existence. Shit, mate, this is alright, isn't it? Yeah, mate! Pack a PJ extra mile and a schooner rashes on this one. Certain types, you see this thingy-majiggy here. The Chinese often did a different type. I think that's a Japanese one. Maybe the Chinese eventually started doing different things, but some of them you can tell by this thingy-majiggy here. And I believe this one to be Japanese. Originally, that would have been, see, due to authoritarians, this is plastic, but back in the day, it would have been, so certain words you can't say because the algorithmics, and you know those animals in like Africa, and they go, right? It was made out of that sort of stuff, the words that you're not allowed to say or scribe. So if you scribe that word on like eBay or whatever, the algorithmics won't allow you to sell the object, you know, but there's certain rules if it's like over 100 years old or something, all this sort of thing. But you can't get around the algorithmics because of the rulers of the universe. But yeah, this one's plastic, but this would have been like maybe made in the 60s or 70s, something like that. I've got some others over here that are really old. That's too old, isn't it? There's some in there are really old. Gepu. I like that. There's these old boys sitting around having a bit of a drinking some sake there. Beautiful. This sakura cherry blossoms. I missed the time for the cherry blossoms this year. I did. For the first time in a while. Beautiful, eh? Sometimes you get Chinese made ones with depictions of Japan. Possibly you get vice versa thingy-majiggies, right? But I would say that this is a Japanese one. That's just from, I'm no master. But whoa, isn't that just freaking fantastic? You are going to a galaxy far, far away. Oh yes, you will. Yes, a few splotches here and there, because this would have been sitting in someone's main room or prayer room, something like that, for decades. I like that. Nice. I had like, there's a whole bunch of them I didn't. Some of them are just script or certain themes that I'm not really into, but other people are. So I know some people that are well keen to buy them. Will I get around to it? Probably not. But that's okay. Now, that's got one in there too. Will that fit? I doubt. No. Oh! We'll figure something out about that. Some of the boxes I've got over there have got some kind of kanji scripts. Like, no one cares. Well, I do, because I've been to these auction houses where the richy riches go on. So I've seen people drop the equivalent US dollars, I mean, $6,000 on a scroll. And some dudes there, they're always like, oh, a scroll will be rolled out, and they'll have their torches and magnifying glasses, and they're checking stuff out, and they're going, and immediately they might just go, nah. Or they'll go, oh, and the other dudes will sort of come in, and then they start bidding on it, you know. So it all depends on who the artistries are and all that stuff. And this is sort of thing that I have no knowledge of. All I have is the knowledge of that's frickin' beautiful. Bridge up here. That's the matsu trees, sakura, key, and the beautiful mountains up there. That's freaking beautiful. I like that. This is nice too. Fabric, some kind of designs. Oh, yeah. There, I wonder. Nice. Anywho, right. Let us continue, shall we? Taniguchi-san, もしあなたはこのビデオを見ますね。ちょっと待って。これあるね。これどうぞ。別の2つある。でも、されます。Around here somewhere. I had two more. まだまだそこのもの。多分もう2つある。でも、忘れた。I've forgotten where they are. Oh! じゃあ、多分、初めてこれとこれだけと。これもこっち。これと、こっち中にもう一個。そうね。はいはい。これも。どうぞ。It's like that. Sure, digging into these CD things now. Rainbow, what is that? YouTube something or other. I used to like them. I went to a concert one time when they were doing that after they were good. You know, they used to be really good. Joshua Tree, all that stuff, and then they had I think U2 War was here too, wasn't it? Could have swore I saw that somewhere. Yeah, went to when they did that Zooropa stuff. We were just, yeah, there you go. Looks like my sister when she was a kid. My sister met that guy. There's talk about him now. What do we got here then? We've got Travis. I think some people. I don't never listen to that. Motley Crue. Stevie Vaughan. I've heard of that dude. I think I'm sure I would know some of that. Metallica. Megadeth. Yeah, that's a lot of death. We've got the Motley Crue here. Guns N' Roses there. Oh, actually, that one doesn't have. I could never find the CD for that. Yeah. How about we just file that over here somewhere? Whew. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Now, what do we got here? Metallica LLM All. Alright, so let's decipher this. Kilu Emu Metallica. Kill 'em all. Kill 'em all. Alright. Clapton. A lot of people liked his stuff. Alright, this is Outrage. Got a lot of that. What else we got here? I don't even know what I got. A bit of PI. Needed a bit of extra PI for that. This dude's got one of those find the word thingy-majiggies. What is this? Soup Briando Meron. Andy Wallace and Blind Melon. Oh, that sounded close. Supu Blind Mauron. Blind Melon. See? Deciphered that. White Snake. They were pretty good back in the frickin' 80s when music was good. Yeah, when that Zooropa thing came out, it was a concert in Melbourne. We were just standing there waiting for them. We were like, when are you going to play something good? And they kind of knew on stage. They were just like, oh shit, this is not working. No, it wasn't. That Zooropa thing was shit. Zoo TV. This was the album. White Snake, the White Album. Yes, hopefully that's got... it's... something's in there. Yes, there you go. That's when music was good. What do we got here? Oh, the Complaining Woman. I like her stuff. Alanis Morissette. Okay, she came out with the Jagged Little Pill album. It was good. A lot of complaining, but it was good. It really was good. I boned a bird in a tent at that time. Oh, another one. There were two birds in there. Anyways, at different times. Now, I'm in my backpacker days. Who's this? Hollywood Undead. There we go. An English bird. And then after her, a Japanese bird. And then after her... backpacker days, man. Anyways, no one's listening to what I just said. No, Hungry Years of someone or other. Who are these dudes? Concept? Somebody thingy-majiggy. These Beatley dudes. They come out with a lot of good stuff, but they did write a lot of shit too, didn't they? Like, God, there's a lot of stuff. Help! But a lot of material they did, didn't they? Amazing. Stormed into the world. Not Simply Red, Simple Plan. Alright. That is brand new, or maybe came from one of those. Probably came from one of those CD second-hand story things. Late live at Hammersmith or something. Whitesnake, there we go. That's them again. I think they had one good album. I don't know. What am I, a music critic? Now, what's this? The Doors, Disc 1. I doubt that anyone is going to go for that, but we'll chuck that in the rig. Yes, we will. Good. Should I drink any more coffee? I had some back at the ranch and I bought some more. I'm just jumping around on coffee like a freaking madman. Now, that was that one. What we got here? Mr. Big. Okay. Yeah, I've heard of it. The Notorious Mr. Big. Addicted to that rush. Rush, rush, ooh, lover come to the Motley Crue. That one. Right. Here, last but not least. End of Days. Parental advisory. Explicit content. Limp Bizkit, Guns N' Roses, Korn, Everlast, M&M's. Eating some M&M's. Must have great advertising for M&M's. Now, no one cares about this story. I swear this is one of the funniest, cutest, just funny. This is Bat Coon. It's just so funny. Coon is like, they'd use that instead of say such and such son, they'll say such and such coon as a boy. That would be represents a coon boy. So this bat's a boy. It's so cool. This is from, I don't know, bat families. I guess this might have been an apron or something at some stage. Unfortunately, someone's used it for, it's like a mechanics use it to wipe down some bearings or something, unfortunately. I didn't do that. Maybe it could clean up a bit. I like it, man. It's just so cool. It's all greased up, so I just like it. I looked for it on the net. I looked up Bat Coon, but no, I didn't find this. But I didn't look up bat families. So, oh, that's happening again. Shit, what's the time? Hey, not getting very far. 10 to 11. Right, we'll soldier through this. Right, I'm going to go all special forces, soldier through this, get some stolen valor, and that should be it for tonight. Let's make that happen. Wow. Developments. That's interesting. All this time. Right, so this unit here, the knee bone connects to the shin bone or whatever. Alright. And the wing bone connects to the freaking whatever that bone is. And this wing bone. Now, I always thought, because I've had this for a while, that somewhere were the wings for this one. And I was figured, alright, I'll go through the boxes, eventually they'll turn up. So I had this whole setup I was thinking of just cutting this off and having that there or whatever. I don't know what I was thinking. Chucked it over there, figured, alright, and then I realised, no, I'm never going to find the wings. What to do? And then, under closer inspection, now I probably knew this already. I think when I looked at it the first time, it didn't. I remember saying it doesn't have the wings or something, and someone said something. I didn't know what they said. I think what they meant was that one. That is his wings. Alright, so it's not generally they're sort of set up where they've got like the connected all this time. So it is complete. All this time. That's low. Dishonest. Mad Max 2. Yeah, I don't have the pins for the wings, but we can make some fun up for that. Radalicious. Yeah. Yeah, see, I've had that sort of stuff before. There's a rig just there. You know that, someone just sort of went out there to have a nature toilet, and then some lights came along. What's going on here? It's after 12. After midnight. We're gonna let it all hang out. We're gonna never get that right. After midnight. We're gonna let it all hang out. After midnight. Let's just have some more coffee. Get us even more stupid. Us, plural I. Now. Fantastic. So that is nigh on complete. And I'll just make up some thingy-majiggies. Yeah. Alright. So now I'm in the crux of the situation of whether to, oh shit, I've got to include all those too, don't I? After midnight. These thingy-majiggies. Definitely want to take all of those. That there. Oh, it's a remember. Right. Remember, Highlander. Okay. Holy ground. Okay, remember what Ramirez taught you. Okay, now, so, there's that. Yeah, just got to make up some thingy-majiggies for that. This here was over there in me and my Buddhist resources. Now this here is a magneto iron. Phew. Iron. Ooh. Not iron, but that's bronze. Bronze? Yeah, that's bronze. Bronze? Take our pride. Mad Max. Hey, it's late. I'm juiced up on coffee, you know. Yeah. That's bronze. Now this here, this thingy-majiggy, see that there? That's a biwa for Benzide 10. This is they've gone off somewhere. This is the ship that the 7 lucky gods cruise. It's a Buddhist thing, the Japanese 7 lucky gods in Buddhism. Now, that's Benzide 10's biwa. They've gone and left all their treasures. See, there's money there. That's the hammery thing for that one of the dudes. They've left their treasures. See, there's a sack of like treasury stuff, and there's more. They've left their treasures. See, and more stuff there. The tiller there. That's what they call them. Wow, this is actually complete. Just for freaking ages I thought that I didn't have the wings for this guy. I swear on all the gods I can name, there's 7 more. Daikokuten and there's Jiro. Is that right? And there's the Ebisu, and there's what was his name again? Ebisu's the fishing dude, and what was his name again? I do know. Just tired. So yeah, that's a good excuse. Oh, well, I am, aren't I? Yeah. Oh, the names aren't coming to me right now. Amazing. All right, hang on. I've just got to try to. I'm gonna stay there until I remember that dude's name again. Yeah, I'm pretty tired because this dude here. I've actually got a few back there. I had to jump on because I'm freaking bit brain busied. I jumped on the googly. Oh yeah. Because I get mixed up sometimes, because you got the Daikoku-ten dude and the Fukurokuju and Juroji, and some of these dudes, some of them actually look a bit similar. This bloke, he doesn't. Hotei, he's the god of contentment. I've got, and I had another name in my head though, Fukuroku Jin, but not Jin, it's Fukuroku Fukurokuju. But it's kind of like there's a whole bunch of them, but there's sort of 7 main ones. So I've got another Hotei here, see? And, so I'm trying to make excuses for why I couldn't remember. Just the damage, that's all. Okay, so there's this dude. He's got another one here. Now, these are... I didn't even think. Hey, come here. Yeah, I didn't even know I thought these weren't here. I thought these were someplace else, but they're not. So I'm gonna make a decision with these. Right. Hey, ninja sign. Katana right there. Like a ninja sign holding down the fort. Good work. Alright, decision must be made with them. Oi, how come that's sticking up there? Shit. They're old. They're like crazy old. Yeah. That's from a long time ago. A long time ago when man was made. Now, getting back to where I was thinking, that's all their groovy stuff. Now what do I do? Because I'm thinking of certain amounts. I'm getting there. What to do? I've got more shit than I thought I had. Oh, god damn it. And dang nabbit. I'll probably end up uploading. I wanted to stick that in too, and all these other thingy-majiggies. Look at that. Maybe they'll have to be for phase 3. Yeah. Alright. Under closer inspection, I find that, well, these holes don't go all the way through as some do, and they're not tapped, or at least not in there. So I was thinking if I was to tap a thread, it's not a bottoming tap, but maybe I could drill all the way through and then just whack a freaking screw in there, something like that. Or just not worry about it at all, or just... Is it too late to be trying to think about these things? Because brain is not braining. As that dude, the panda, chess guy. He's so funny. Alright. Getting all the cookies in the cookie jar. Okay. Now, this is a 4mm tap. Let's have a look at this, shall we? Brain is kind of braining. Maybe if I... This wouldn't be hardened or anything, but they just did this plating stuff, so we'll see. I'll have to whack a bit of oil on there. I'm thinking maybe just... Because there's enough meat on there, I could probably just tap in there a 4mm. We'll see, I might have some 4mm. Might be in the way a bit. I did have a T-wrenchy thingy-majiggy to just sort of to do that thingies. Yeah, I could take one of them out, I guess. I'll just fall apart one. Bloody had one, didn't I? Like this type, sort of similar to that thingy-majiggy. But I believe I sold a bunch of tools, and that was in that particular kit, and I must have thought, oh, wouldn't that be cool? And then I'm like, oh, I'll probably never tap a hole ever again, and yeah, never give tools away. I think we might be out. Yeah, we'll get a little shifter or something. No one cares about this story. Do I have a socket that might do the trick? Yeah, brain is kind of braining just enough. Phew! That's, that is... It's just doing the job. Phew! There we are. Now, do I have any freaking 4mm? I don't really need to... I don't really need to go into that at all. It's possible. Brain is kind of braining. It's working. Now, do I have any 4mm nuts to do the screws to make this happen? I'm thinking that this, I'll just go to the freaking, this could work. This is an engineering marvel. I reckon that bloke, the musk-smelling guy, be calling me up again. Hey, can you help us get to Mars? Righto. Now, continue. Yeah, well, that worked. I was able to tap that. I might just drill some clearance for these. Now, it occurred to me that the pitch, I might not have some 4mm screws that would fit this. It occurred to me the pitch of the thread. I was figuring, what would that be? And it says here, pitchy 0.75mm. That's the pitch of the thread there. So, did I just say that? Well, yes. Reminded me of this. Every now and again you break a tap in something, and reminded me of back in the day, in the tool making days, this poor bloke, he broke this big tap in this waterway of this big tool and die thing, and for days and days he had these hardened thingy-majiggies, and he's chipping and breaking and trying to break off this, because it's high-speed steel, real hardened stuff, real brittle though. And he's for days and days. He eventually got it, but that was a blast of a job. I even remember the bloke's name. They'd probably all be dead by now. I was in my teenage years back then. Right then, now, let's see what we got. And then it might be just, it's a simpler matter of a simple matter. Am I sleepy or what? I couldn't even remember the old Hote. And sold many of that bloke over the years. Now, taken them to shrines and temples and those sort of sculptures. Now, what have we got in there? Assortedments of thingy majiggies. Let's see what we can come up with. We'll see. Right then. So I seem to have found some 4mm stuff. And the way I reckon, guessy poos and all, there couldn't be that many different types of pictures for 4mm, could there? Must that 7.75 must be just a standard. So I figured what I should need to do, because I checked it and it seemed to be sort of half-ish, kind of okay. So I figured I'd better run the tap as far as possible. And that high, be real careful with these bloody things. Sometimes you might want to wear safety glasses if you don't really know what you're doing. Brittle bastards. So I reckon, you know, maybe for like medical type stuff they might have some finer threads or some bulldust like that. I don't know. But I reckon if I run it all the way down, and that should be fine. And I might just drill some clearance. It occurred to me also that I remember they said that if you sent engine parts or something, you can't send whole engines or whatever, or some bloody rules. And if they have a because I was just using a bit of this for just some lube for the tap, and I figure if you whack that in a box as is, the frickin' and you sent it overseas, the customs frickin' seeing an eye dogs or whatever, seeing eye dogs, they'll be like, oh, there's frickin' thingy-majiggies in here. Should do this 2 hands so I don't fruit tingle this up. I'll be back. No one cares about this story. Hey? The old left-handed frickin' vernier caliper. Right. Found that in a box somewhere ages ago. Alright, let's see now. Gepu, pure class. And if you wanna join me for a while, maybe tomorrow I'm gonna settle down. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, yeah. Maybe tomorrow. Remember the littlest hobo? Maybe tomorrow. Littlest hobo at the end of every show. He walks off into the distance. You know, he turns around. You nearly ball your freaking eyes. Fucking dog. Anyways, now I think they had 3 of them throughout the series. Clearance. Now, there goes the littlest freaking hobo again. Maybe tomorrow. Now these are not exactly the same length, but that'll bloody do. Okay. Now if you wanna join me for a while, if you didn't see the littlest hobo when you were a kid, you just weren't living. Right? Staring at the indoctrination box. Okay. Now I could have either gone straight bloody through, or I can just lop these a bit. What do we want to do? Yeah, lock those a little bit, I reckon. Yeah, this is gonna work. Righto. Maybe tomorrow I'm gonna settle down. Ooh, yeah, they work great. Take that out, cut them, whack them in. No more bullshitting around, and yeah. Might not be fixed, but it's different. It's Junkyard Digs. Oh, they're funny, those guys. Alright, so there we go. That'll bloody do. That did the job. Right. That'll keep them in. I've just got clearance drilled into these, so they'll just sort of sit okay. They only have to sit there. And, there we go. Alright, so that is bloody awesomenesses of awesome. The Japanese, that's the mountain hawks, isn't it? Yes. Sometimes this type of thing, like, hey, how come this computery thing's on the red line? Better go and change the battery. Sometimes there's Seahawks and sometimes there's Mountain Hawks. I think I've got some others that are Seahawks. Let's just have a look. I'll change the battery. No one cares about this story. No. Right. Yeah, let's go and have a look. Let us. No one's watching this shit. Over here. There's another groovy eagle thing. Yeah, see these are the Seahawks. So that depicts the sea, the waves. And, they're on a rock and they're the waves, and that's what that depicts. So yeah, the Seahawks and the Mountain Hawks. I saw a couple just the other day. Absolutely beautiful. I've got a video out there of the title's something like Off to Hawkstown or something, and Hawkstown's actually to do with the baseball team, and they've got the Fukuoka Dome. That's Hawkstown. Anyways, I went to Hawkstown in some rice field. There's a farmer doing his thing and ploughing up the land, and there was a tremendous amount of these hawks that were there. It was amazing, you know. Wow. Yeah, I was on the scoot. Alright, so I'm gonna call that a win. I reckon that can do. I'll clear up all that bullshit another time. Might just head back to the ranch now. I'm pretty freaking sleepy and all. It's 1:30, so I dawdled my way through that. Yeah, just sort of a bit of a dawdle plod along, and I'll get her all done. Yeah, it's getting there. Oh yes. Hopefully I'll be here tomorrow night also. Okie dokie. Strike that up to another day. Yes. Another day closer to the goal. Back to the rice field of contemplation. Now, this is Saturday night. Obviously I'm out on the town having a wild time. Yeah. I don't think I can be asked doing that anymore. Give it a go. There's a few buddies I'd like to catch up with and go out and have a blasty poos, but not just now. Still on the sober train. Because it's phase 2 of the mission is underway. Right. Now, I have another noise round thing, so I stick that in the noise maker. Yeah. Right. Stick that in the noise maker. See what we have. hopefully I'll be here tomorrow night if all goes to plan, and then there'll be even further along the way. Now, does this thing work? It was actually a copied disc, so does it work? That works. Oh, what's that? About to do that. Try it again. Yeah. So it says that no one cares about this story. Can't believe the temperature difference, man. Like, you can be out there, you know, he's out there in the axle, but really you can be out there. And oh, hang on, what have we got here? Aha! We have noise. Oh no! We'll try to run or hide or whatever. To the other side. Let's do this. Which piano?
Elemental forces caused the egg to hatch. From it then came a stone monkey. The nature of monkey was irrepressible.